Welcome to Missouri Sports Talk. I'm your host, Cameron Staley, and today I'm here with
Reed Valentine.
and Reed. Where are you from?
I'm from Putnam County, Missouri.
All right, and I know you're from a different hometown, so do you want to tell us that story a little bit here first?
Yeah. So I was born in Ames, and I lived in Boone for probably 2 years of my life. Then we moved down to Lucerne, Missouri, where we live now. And we built a house down there, and we've been living in it ever since 2009.
All right, so I want to ask you, what class is Putnam County?
It is Class 1 in football and Class 2 in some other sports.
All right, when did you start playing football?
It'd be third grade is when I officially started playing football.
All right, and I failed to ask you before we started, what is your position that you play?
I play in high school. I played offensive right tackle, and really wherever they needed me, but that's mostly where they needed me for the majority of my career.
All right, so I want to ask you, who is your inspiration, first on a personal level, and then second, role model that is playing the game?
Well, I'll start with the person who's playing the game. Jason Kelsey, he has been, I just love watching his film. Him, Quentin Nelson, and some other O-linemen like Creed Humphrey, some others. They're really, really influential to not only what I do on the field, but also how I live my life and plan to live out from there. And on a personal level, I would say it's my cousin who got me really into playing football and taught me what it was and how to play the game, with more of a vicious mentality than, just stay back and watch everything go.
Right. So I want to ask you, how did your high school career go?
I'd say for the most part, on a personal level, it went pretty well, I believe. But on a team level, I wish we could have done more. My junior year, we had a really great season. Ended up ending it in the district championship. But that was a very fun season. That team made it fun to work and made it fun to get in the weight room and just have fun getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning and, going out there and get your work done and also have fun doing it. But this year and my freshman and sophomore year was more of a grind. It was still fun, I believe that, but it was definitely a lot more of a grind, especially with not winning as much. But those wins did come, and they came very nicely.
All right, so I want to ask you, how about your personal credentials as a football player?
So all 4 years I was academic All-State, number one in class, 4.185 GPA currently. Love to work in the classroom as well as on the field. But this year I ended up with an all-conference and all-district team name, and as well as Offensive Lineman of the Year for our team.
Before we get to your decision of where you're going to college, I want to ask you, what was your recruiting process like?
It was kind of sporadic. It was kind of all over the place, Didn't really know what to do. Not a lot of people that I had around that, knew exactly what was going on. And so I just kind of winged it and see where I got. And then eventually we just had a couple of teams and went to some camps and some other stuff, and just all came together.
All right, so you chose Southwest Baptist University.
Yep.
Why SBU?
Well, it's quite the story, actually. So to start off, I was at a random day. I think it was a Friday. It was game day, and they had a college fair, and I was just walking around to see all the colleges, Mizzou, Missouri S&T, Truman, all these other schools. And eventually I came across SBU, and I had no idea what this school was. I never heard of them. And I was getting to talking, and the guy there had a football helmet on his desk, which got me to come over and look at the thing in the first place. And he was talking ball, and he was like, yeah, I can get your name down to our coach, and just I can get you connected with him if he wants. I was like, yeah, sure. And so I gave him my number, and he sent that to the coach, and then the coach texted me, send me some film, and we'll get back to you. And I sent him some film. Then they invited me down to a game day, and it was really cool. They played Truman, and Truman was ranked, and all they really had to do to get into the playoffs was win that game the next week. And we went out there, or SBU went out there and beat them. And in the cold, freezing rain, and it was a really good game to be at. And that was awesome. And then they offered me a scholarship right there. And that was probably the point where I was very heavily leaning towards them. And then eventually we got down there, and they came up to our high school and invited me down there for like an official, all the school and everything visit. And I really liked it. I really liked professors and all the coaches, and the new O-line coach. He was really nice. And it was really just an amazing place. So committed there, and then I signed, I think it was February 7th. And yeah.
All right. And what are your goals with SBU on the football team?
This year, my main goal is to get to twos team. I'm going to work as hard as I can to get further than that, but that would help me pay off pretty much the rest of my scholarship and everything. I wouldn't have to worry about any college debt instead of just the tiny amount. That would definitely help. And yeah, that's where I'm at.
So we are ending our high school careers very soon. Do you have any short-term goals?
So far, just lift more weight, and end the school year off with a number 1 in class. That's basically my 2 goals to before graduation ends. Yeah.
Right. All right. So now I want to ask you, what are some challenges that you believe that athletes, including yourself, are facing?
I'd have to say probably some of the head concerns. I know they've gotten a lot more strict about that stuff. And I think everyone's probably had a concussion that's played football since they were younger. And it just something that happened. And some are more worse than others. And I think it's important that we look at it, but sometimes we definitely take it to another level more with our heads than anything, and I think it's a good idea. But also, like some people, they just have a headache and they'll take them out, and they won't be able to play just because they had a headache. And I've seen that. But I mean, like, if we do the tests and they're good, they should be able to get back out there, I think. I haven't had any problems with a concussion yet, I guess. Knock on wood. But yeah, I think helmet safety has definitely gotten a lot better. But yeah, definitely we've had a lot of younger kids that, started playing football year 1, like first weekend of practice they have a concussion. And I don't even think we've been doing anything with our heads. I think they just got dehydration or something, but it's a concussion. So that's definitely something that's I've been thinking about. But yeah.
CTE is definitely a pretty large situation.
Absolutely.
And if we want to kind of like attach that to the NFL, we kind of
Yeah.
look at Chandler Jones and Antonio Brown right
Antonio
now.
Brown, yeah.
And they're like even like joking around saying that they're going to start a CTE podcast. And
Yeah.
like both of them are very messed up. And, it's great that this research and technology is going into it because that's a serious problem.
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right, so I want to ask you as well. This one could also go into that as a little bit as well. Why are you so passionate about football?
Oh man, it's I don't know, it's life. That's what I always say. All my friends, they're always like not as passionate about football, but they're still passionate. But they're just like that's what you do in the fall. That's what you do. You lift in the summer, you play in the fall. Spring's your time. And I'm like, it's 24/7, 365. Football is life, man. And I truly do believe that. It's been a thing, I think, ever since I was born. Up in Ames, we went to football games. I'm pretty sure which football games, I can't remember. But then we just always been football oriented year in and year out. And ever since I could, put that helmet on and put the shoulder pads on, I was out there and I was doing it, and I just loved it. It's a grind, but just being there and getting work done and just loving it, every second of it.
Let's take a step off the field for these last few questions that
Yeah.
I've got for you. First, I want to ask you, what's your daily routine like?
Ooh, so I'll get up in the morning. For school day, I'll get up. I'll go to school. I'll have my first hour class. It's like a economics class. I'll go to second hour, and it's like a teacher assistant weights class, and I'll go play basketball or something. And then after that hour, I'll go lift weights, and then we get off of that class. We go to college statistics, and everything from that point on is all college classes. So I'll go college statistics, then college English, then I'll go college Python programming, college biology 2, and college infotech fundamentals. So that's my school day. And after the school day, I'll probably go lift, and then get home or go to work, get home, get college homework done. Then after that, probably play some PlayStation, watch film or something, and then go to bed and start all over. And then it's about it for the weekdays. And then the weekends, I'm just kind of off my feet. Rest days, ice baths, Epsom salt baths, stretching, and playing some PlayStation with my friends.
So, Reed, I want to ask you about your extracurriculars. We've been hanging out for a few hours now,
Yeah.
and you've mentioned a few stuff about your extracurricular activities. So,
Yeah.
let's talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so just this weekend I had my DECA state convention. This year didn't go as good as last year went. Last year we had a state medalist, one away from international competition. And last year I think we had a better idea. This year was hard because it was more with employee stuff and retaining all that. And it was a lot harder this year, I feel like. Last year we had a great idea with cinema, and we got to go to the cinema and take a look around and plan some stuff, and like plan a gaming thing there, and it worked out really well. And the idea for this year was just not as good, but along with DECA, I'm in NHS. I have community stuff with that. I do FBLA and FCCLA, but I don't really go to competitions in that. And then SAD. sell stuff for our prom stuff. And then it's as much as it goes for school extracurriculars. After that, I have a little bit of an ownership in a fireworks stand, which I've been running for 8 years now. Wow, yeah. I just thought about that. That's crazy. Yeah, that makes a good amount of money. I really like that, and it's fun. You know, you get to hire the people you like, and you get to sell fireworks and play some video games throughout the day when nobody's there. You know, and sort some stuff, and it's really fun.
Awesome. So I want to ask you now, what's some interests and hobbies? I know you've mentioned gaming, so let's talk a little bit about that, right?
Yeah, I like to game. I like to hunt. I love to shoot guns. That's more of a recent one. Just going out there safely, firing a gun, and getting to clean it afterwards is it's just a cool process. Just get to take apart the gun, oil it, clean it, then put it all back together. That's really cool, and just seeing how it all works. And then gaming, I love gaming with my friends. I'll play Madden. Hopefully, whenever the new NCAA game comes out, I'll play that. I love racing games. Really big car guy. I have a nice car, Miata. It's kind of hard to fit into, but yeah, it's fun. Along with that, hunting. I haven't been actually hunting in a while now, but I do love it. I don't like fishing. A lot of people near me absolutely love fishing, and I'm just not for it. Yeah, it's about as far as it goes for hobbies that I like to do in my free time.
All right. So Reed, this is our final question here. I think this one we could talk about for a little bit. I want to ask you, what is your major and what do you want to do with your life?
Absolutely. So I'm going into engineering. I'm a big car guy, so I love cars and seeing how that whole process works, and just how an engine works, how airflow works around the vehicle. I love that, and obviously, my dream is to do football. That would be amazing, but my plan B, obviously, is engineering, and hopefully, coming out of college, maybe go work for, Ford, Volkswagen over in Germany, or maybe even being on a motorsports team. That would be awesome. Like a Baja racing team, or the dirt track NASCAR series, something like that. That'd be awesome. Yeah, I've really liked engineering. I think I chose engineering pretty young. I think I chose it in 6th grade, and then I done a project on it, and that was about when I chose it, and I've been just straightforward for engineering since then, and I love everything about it. I love just being able to design things and really just creating the things that you like, not having anybody stopping you, and making money out of it too. That's make a lot of money engineering stuff, and yeah, it's definitely something I've thought about for past 6 or 7 years. So yeah.
Nice. I really love it when I have athletes on and they come with a plan. I think it's a really big thing right now. I don't plan on going to college, and that could be looked down upon to some people because that's just the normal thing. But there's a lot of kids that go to college with no plan in mind. They have no idea what they want to do with their life, and they go and they spend that money.
Yeah.
And they don't get jobs that they really want.
Yeah.
So I'm really happy to hear that you've got a passion.
Absolutely.
And best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Well, I want to thank you for coming on the show.
Yeah,
I really
absolutely.
appreciate that. That was a 3-hour drive down here.
Yeah,
It took a day out of your spring break.
It was a fun drive. It was long.
You do not know how much I appreciate that.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
thank you for coming on and being a feature.
Yeah.
So this has been Missouri Sports Talk. We'll see you next time.